Hi, I'm Doug McGurk, a Master Practitioner and trainer of neuro-linguistic programming, author, and overall passionate man about making a difference in the world. If you're like me, we share this in common, at least the passion to make a difference. You may not have yet gone through the NLP training or the hypnosis training or those kinds of things, but you do have a story to tell. I'm here to help you. Over the course of the last decade or so, I have put in the 10,000 hours necessary to master a craft. I spent a good number of years in the entertainment industry, working with artists, musicians, producing as an artist and a musician, on stage, all of this. So that has always been a passion of mine, and I was able to connect with people, and I was able to deliver some sort of message, but I always had a crutch, whether it was an instrument or a band behind me and that kind of thing. And then I started speaking at conferences and helping bands monetize and that kind of thing. And that's when I got into NLP. And neuro-linguistic programming is a very powerful tool in connecting and helping people take action and really inspire the greatness in themselves. And I only share that because that fueled me even more, and I found myself with a certain amount of tools. And one of the people who had inspired me the most is a gentleman by the name of Tony Robbins, and you probably are aware of him. And I found myself with a brilliant opportunity to be on the team, to be a speaker, a trainer for Tony and work with him. And you can imagine how excited I was, wouldn't you be? I mean, it's unbelievable. And I looked back at my experiences, and I've played on stage in front of thousands of people. I've done tons of touring. I go to these conferences and I inspire musicians, and it's just unbelievable. I'm very passionate. But I was not as prepared as maybe I could have been. So I ended up getting myself out to do my first presentation. I was brought onto the team because of the past that I had and my experiences and what I had accomplished. So I was able to get my foot in the door. And I did my presentation in front of my new team, my new peers, and I bombed. It was disastrous. Now, fortunately, they gave me a second chance, but I had a couple of weeks to really figure out what was going on. And I woodshedded like crazy, and I came back and I was able to get myself at least a spot on the team. A small team, and I was able to now really apply myself, and this motivated me like crazy. I knew I was going to have the opportunity to speak in front of Tony, and that I was going to have to be representing, and I was going to be doing all these workshops and trainings, and I had to dig deep. And I worked so hard. I took every speaker's training there was available. I mentored under Tony, but also all of the great speakers that Tony had trained, with Richard Bandler, who had worked with Tony in the past. I worked with Johnnie, Winry I. I just found the masters and I modeled them. And I put the time in, literally over 10,000 hours of working my butt off to be able to connect, to be able to deliver a message, to be able to get people to take action. With that being said, I am confident that with my NLP training, with my experiences on stage in front of 2 people, 2,000 people, 20,000 people, it doesn't matter. I will be able to show you what the masters are doing to connect so deeply. My goal is that in a weekend, you're going to come in, you're going to have your idea of what it is you have to share, and by the end of a weekend, you will be more confident, you will connect with such grace and elegance so deeply, not only with the people in the front row, but the people in the last row. So if you have a message to share, and I know you do, if you have value to add, and I know you do, and you're committed to deliver this message, I'm here to help. So join us at the Oration Revolution and master your skills. Thank you.